are listening to Digital Denizens.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Digital Denizens. This is where we live to discuss all things in the ever-expansive gaming realm. Today is August 27th, episode 43, and I am your host, Keith Whelan, aka the Gamer Stache. Alongside me, I am joined by Bailey Morales, aka B, aka Usagi. How the hell are you?
Nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. There's probably like 2 people watching this other than us. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That was just a diss on myself, not to anybody else. You guys are probably the most interesting draw to this. My stash is just a plus.
Very true.
And we're also joined by A4GZ's very own AJ Volpe. How the hell are you, man? Good to see you.
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad. How's the streaming life going?
It is fantastic. I dressed up as a toad, and then afterwards I dressed up as an Irish toad with a red beard. It was fantastic.
I can't believe
I loved it.
I can't believe I missed that. Jeez.
I know. I can't believe I did it.
I'm gonna have to go back to the VOD and watch that. And
oh, you
maybe
should. It's more
make
towards
a GIF
the
out
end.
of it
And I
or
started
something.
rapping. What's that?
Make a GIF out of it.
Oh my God! Please do. Listen, I don't care. Obviously, no. I gave my last fuck a while ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't dress up as a fucking toad. So
I mean, I gotta figure out how to make the little like GIFs or like the emojis to put into your stream. We not only have the red beard, but now we'll have a red bearded toad.
I just put a toad hat on it. Why not? It'll be good.
It's still interesting enough. Oh, that's awesome. Well, good to have you guys on. We got an intriguing episode ahead of us full of loops, pixels, and nonsense. Before we do, remember, if you guys want to write into the podcast, have us read your funny anecdotes, interesting or emotionally charged video game stories, offer up ridiculous life questions like, what is the time manipulation device? Or TMD. Well, if you've ever played Singularity, then you know that the Dagger of Time in Prince of Persia and the TMD both alter time. They manipulate it in very different ways. The time manipulation device can speed up the aging process of objects and enemies, and also renew the state of objects to its original state, and release short bursts of energy. Being able to turn people into decrepit old versions of themselves sounds pretty awesome. We're going to have to go with the time manipulation device over the Dagger of Time. That was an awesome game, by the way. I don't know if you ever played it on, I think it was on PS3.
I'm not. I never owned a PS3.
Really? Oh, man. I think it might have been on Xbox as well. I might have had it on 360. I can't remember. It was a really cool game. It was very like Soviet Russia, but you have this really cool time manipulation device where, I guess kind of like, did you play Titanfall 2?
I only played Titanfall 2 with you when I bought it, and
right.
we found out that we couldn't play cross.
Damn it! Fail again. I know. That sucked, man.
I got to play a whole 5 minutes of having my character go through tutorials. Woohoo!
You should still play that game, though. The campaign for that is excellent, and the multiplayer is really fun. There's always people.
Dude, I downloaded Hades, and I was playing the hell out of that for a little bit, and I came across Titanfall 2, and was like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot I downloaded.
Definitely jump into it, man. It's a great game. All right, but if you guys want to share with us what you're currently playing, we'd be thrilled to share your thoughts with the rest of the listeners. We also have our content creation corner, which I need to bring back, but I'm debating on whether I should, since I'm going to be going back to school in January. It's going to be a little tough to kind of balance the podcast and that at the same time. But that's basically to bring on podcasters, artists, talented individuals within the gaming industry onto the show that are like-minded, so we can kind of get into their minds and see why they do what they do. Also in tandem with New Game Plus Network, which we have our Discord server, we have Instagram, and I think that's it. We also have the merch for New Game Plus Network, and mine, AJ's, and some other channels, merch of t-shirts and all that kind of stuff on there. This is the Digital Denizens one. You can find that on Store Frontier at jyachannel.com. I need to have Chad change that. I mentioned it to him last time, but I know.
Oops.
What's that?
No, I just said oops.
Yep. Oops. And I know we're going to be revamping a little bit of New Game Plus Network and kind of restructuring a little bit of it too. So Speaking of merch, if you guys are interested, we are also sponsored by Devoted Saint Retro. Merch is created by Matthew Filandro. He makes excellent, really awesome art with like wood and his CNC machine. Like he does the what is it, like the arcade? What do they call them? The overhead
Marquees.
The arcade marquee art with like lights and everything. He does custom wood and LED controller stands. He does if there's a custom something that you want him to make, he'll make it. And I know he's getting really heavily into like 3D printing and stuff like that too, for like the old cartridge stands to put on your shelf and all that kind of, as well as like many other things. So please reach out to him, and you can find him on Instagram, Devoted Saint Retro. There's a shop link there, or you can go straight to the website, which is devotedsaintretro.com/discount/DD10, and that code is good for a one-time use per email. So I guess this is kind of coming back to our next gen series, which we haven't done in a while because I know B and your sister have been kind of away for a while, right? So this is to bring kind of younger teens onto the show so we can talk about the games that they're playing and why they're playing them. And I think it's really cool to kind of open the audience to other people to see what's going on. So let's see. Oh, if you want to write into the podcast, Facebook at Digital Denizens or Instagram at Digital_Denizens. Of course, if you have any feedback for us, as always appreciated to help us improve the show. If you're watching the video version, you can find the links down below. And AJ, I need to put your links down here too. Let me just rearrange that.
I didn't even see that.
Boom. There we go. All right.
Yeah, I'm special.
So, AJ, please tell us a little bit about what you do and where everybody can find you at.
Sure. So what did I do in a nutshell is I operate an online shop and shop that I do events. I go to cons. I go to outdoor marketplaces where I sell a lot of video game items, such as like little tiny arcades. Sell candy, video game, like actual retro video games like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. So try to kind of like, get like a little bit of everything from, old video games up until current, because I like to cover just about the realm of gaming in and of itself. A lot of people kind of just, everyone has their own niche, and I like to kind of like, get like a little bit of everything going on. I also stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/A4GZ on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I almost forgot when I streamed. I knew
it was Monday and Wednesday. I couldn't remember if there was another day that you were doing it too.
Yeah, Thursdays is my multiplayer streams, so that's where I do a Monday and Wednesdays. So far, I've been doing Zelda, which is a lot of fun. Woo! And and on Thursdays, B has been joining us on some Mario Kart, and has been ripping it up on the
that's right.
on the freaking Mario Kart 8. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. How's that been going, B? Like playing online with, like on the stream and stuff.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
That's really cool, and I think that's really awesome for you, AJ, to kind of reach out and like be like, hey, anybody want to join me on this stream and play with me?
Yeah.
I think that's super cool to kind of open it up to the community and kind of get a little bit more involved that way. Well, that's really cool. Yes, please go check out AJ's shop, his streams on Twitch. You said twitch.tv/A4GZ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And B, I put your mom's links down below, but I put your name there, so you're a sponsor for your mom. Got to help out the family. You gotta work to earn that money. You know what I'm saying? Well, awesome. It's good to have you guys on. What do you say? What'd you buy? What are you playing? What have you been playing, B? We'll start with
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom
Noise.
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts!
Yes.
Wait, which one though?
Yes. Which one?
1.5. The very first
Oh, nice.
one.
Oh, so it's like the remaster of the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I believe so.
That's awesome. I haven't played any of the remastered ones, so I don't know, like, how... Have you played the original one before?
No. This is my first time ever playing Kingdom Hearts.
I'm trying to think, like, if it, like, how much better it looked from the original.
My
And
mom is giving me this look.
what kind of look is she giving to you? Can you describe it in words?
In word. Oh God, in words.
Yeah, I wanna.
Or can you just do the look?
Can you do the look?
I cannot do the look.
Okay, describe
Is
it
it
in
like a
words
mom
then.
It,
The
it's
mom look.
it's a mom look, but it's a very joking, lovable, funny mom look.
That's good. I was gonna say I didn't hear you cuss or say anything
No.
out of line, and we didn't say anything out of line, so I know it's not our fault.
That's true. I've been very good so far.
We have
It,
been,
it would
yeah.
most likely be my fault, not yours.
Oh, that's awesome. So what are you liking about it so far?
Honestly, gameplay, just like the entire thing, like gameplay in general.
Like the combat and
like-
everything?
Yeah. I'm mindless, so.
No, it's all right. Yeah, I
Sorry,
know.
go
Like it's like a pretty standard like hack and slash sort of combat. Like it's pretty simple for the most part, right? Like I think it's
Yeah.
but I think that's what kind of makes it cool. Like it's sort of like an action adventure platformer. So you have like cool like puzzles and stuff like that here and there. What do you think about the story?
The story honestly is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like just like with like the Heartless and everything, and like
Mhm.
like being transported to like a world that you've never seen before.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Keep going.
I'm trying
So
to
do you
think.
find it like so like speaking about the story, right? So like I
Mhm.
played the game when it first came out, like on the PS2.
Yeah, same.
And I never really actually beat the whole thing. But I did like the story, and I thought it was actually very, for me, it was something that you needed to pay attention to, and it was actually very deep
Yeah.
or anything. Would you say that you find the same way? Because I think it's kind of more like something that's like a coming of age kind of story where it
Yeah.
might actually relate more to B, and her age, where it was for you and I when it had first come out on the PS2. Do you find it like any kind of like relatable like that, B?
Relatable. It's 50-50, honestly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh God. I'm like so like my mind is completely blank. Like I don't know.
So,
how to-
so then, how about like who's your favorite character? Would you say? Let's take it from there.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't even have a favorite character.
Oh,
What?
come on.
How do you not have a favorite
Top
character?
three. Top
Wait,
three.
when it comes to favorite characters, I can't choose. There's too many options. It's like me in a candy store, right? There's like so many options. I'm like I can't choose.
All right. If I were to give you the best ice cream cone in your life for an answer of top three, who would you say? It's the best ice cream you're ever gonna have. So,
I don't know. I just finished Halloween Town.
Wait, I'm kind of
Like,
lost.
the
Are we picking ice cream
Hallo-
flavors or are we picking characters?
Yeah,
no,
no,
ice cream comes later. I'm gonna give her the
Oh,
ice
okay.
cream when I get to the characters.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to help her out here.
Oh God. Top three. God, I don't know. I like everything so equally. Like just like liking everything equally seems fair. I don't want to make it like unfair because I feel like the game characters actually have feelings. So I'm like,
They
I was
don't.
about
I
to
mean,
say,
all.
they don't have feelings. Are you kidding
I
me?
know.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I
they're
don't
just
think they're watching this podcast.
Yeah, they
I'm
won't
just
be
gonna put it
offended
out
if you
there.
choose one or the other.
And you just hear Mickey, oh, I heard what you said about me.
Oh,
Oh my
unbelievable!
Oh man, you got that one on freaking lock.
I can't believe you hurt my feelings like that. He's going back to the castle. I'm gonna go cry under
It's
the
my
bed.
company.
It's my company. I do whatever I want.
Oh God. What were we talking about again?
We're trying to see if I can get 3 good characters out of you for ice
Three of your
cream, but
favorite
we're
characters. Yeah.
Oh god. Top 3. Like just any character or boss wise.
I tell you what, like, your choice. So if it's a boss, that's a boss. If it's like what I want to know is because like I find like that there's certain characteristics about each different character, obviously. So what would you say it would be more of a characteristic that would appeal more towards you, something that you kind of draw more towards, like Sora's heroism, Kylie's just purity, that she's got going on, Riku's never ending, just his grit or whatever else, like things like that. Like, if you were to like think about it and kind of break down the characters like that, what would you find interesting about them? So 3 people that you would think that their characteristics or attributes or whatever, bad guy or good guy, what would you say?
Not gonna lie, Halloween Town is pretty much my favorite world ever in the game.
I think that's good. Get that to a good start.
Why do you
Oogie
like that one the
Boogie
most?
was really like, he was one of the hardest bosses for me to beat though. It was so frustrating. And then Oogie Boogie's Manor, I couldn't beat that one, so my mom had to beat it for me, and I felt like a loser.
Oh no, you know what?
No.
Games get that game. I remember being pretty difficult when I played it back in the day too.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you like? I mean, do you like Oogie Boogie as one of the coolest coolest bosses in that so far?
Yeah, definitely. He has like a unique boss fight where he like throws you into the pit and like throws the dice.
Oh, like in Nightmare Before Christmas in that one scene, like towards the end. Yeah, that's really cool. I totally forgot about that being in
Oh,
there.
and she hated that boss fight so fucking much.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness,
It's the mom.
Leslie. It's the mother.
It's the mom!
Oh my
It's the mom!
goodness.
Oh my god, it's the mom, guys! It's the
Oh
mom!
my god.
The
I
mom!
know that lady. Oh my goodness.
I know that lady.
Seen her play Oogie Boogie when it came to cards.
She was-
That or if I die several times during Bed Wars in
I'm
Minecraft.
like, okay, it's time to put it away.
Yeah.
It's time to go in timeout.
I think she almost physically took the controller out of my hands one time. I don't remember. I do not remember. Like, when I get so focused on something, when I want to beat it so bad, I'm just like, I restart and I get so frustrated. Like, every hit, like, it gets to a point, like, after one hit, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna break the TV. And so, and so, like, I was just, like, sitting there, I was like, I'm gonna break my controller.
Though,
like,
I remember being younger and being so aggressive in video games where I'd get so angry. I still do occasionally, very seldom though. I've went to copious amounts of anger management and therapy that no. I mean, partially, but no. But it's, I think at that time though, when that game came out, I think even though it's a remaster, it still has some of those age-old things from games of that PlayStation 2 era. I think that were very difficult in those action adventure platformers. I mean, wouldn't you agree, AJ?
That there was a lot of I'm sorry, I was multitasking. I had to put you guys on
No,
mute.
you
I had a
did.
voicemail I needed to listen to. All right, so platforms back in the day do what now?
No, I was saying even though this is sort of a remaster redux of the first game, it still I think has some of those age-old adventure platformer sort of downsides to it. I think that they're probably still there from the PlayStation 2 era that were sort of frustrating when you had to play those games.
So I think because I picked up 1.5 and 2.5 on the PS4, so that might be the one that she might be playing. But if it's just 1.5, that might be the one that came out beforehand. So I know the game she's playing.
Yeah.
And I would agree. It does keep it's basically just kind of a polished version of the PS2 one.
That's
So
what
it's
I would
not
think.
like they're actually omitting anything. So you have the spaceship creation creator in there, which when I was a kid I couldn't stand, because having to sit down for more than 5 minutes to try to do anything where I'm not hitting anything was just absolutely mind numbing to me.
Yeah.
Fun
feel it,
fact:
yeah.
I also called my ship the Nebuchadnezzar because I was obsessed with Matrix back in the day.
Me too, man. Hell
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
That shit's awesome.
Wait, you can name your ship?
Yeah, when you get the gummy ship, you can name it.
That's right. Yeah, they had that in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You can name the gummy. How did I not know this?
I think
like-
there's only a specific way that you're able to do it. When you first get the gummy ship, you have to be able to win a race or win something in order to actually name the ship. And if you don't, you can't. I believe, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
so like the race with Riku at like the very beginning, that was to name your gummy ship.
I think.
Oh,
I know that there's some kind of way
I
where
lost
you're able
that.
to.
I'm so upset. I lost that. And
I would
couldn't
Google it. Don't
name
take my word as gospel.
ship.
I could be wrong. Don't get upset.
There might be a way to rename it or something.
Yeah, they're more than likely could be. I would say go when you're done with the podcast, spend the rest of the night on that and prove me wrong.
The entire night.
And then just like stare at your mom when she's trying to yell. She was like, "Mom, do you know what I'm doing right now? I'm trying to rename my ship, okay?"
This is very important business.
My mom would probably be like, Bailey, it's time for bed. You need to go to bed. I'm like,
You're like, I can sleep when I'm dead.
but I need to name my ship.
She got like bloodshot eyes.
Also, I accidentally did Christmas color for my Tetris makeup today.
I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I
Also,
thought it was blue and red, but maybe it's just the lighting.
Honestly, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I got
And
the
G Fuel.
G Fuel drink, and it tastes like straight up medicine. Like, you know, like the little grape chewables that you can chew,
Oh,
like
yeah.
medicine, like the powdered ones.
Not a fan.
I like the Flintstones
I mean-
edibles.
They're okay. Like I don't mind them much, but it's something that I can definitely take while I'm sick, and it won't like make me want to throw up afterwards, like the cherry liquid medicine does.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's absolutely disgusting. I hate that medicine. But that one I can pretty much stand. It's like it tastes like it has a lot of sugar in it, like a lot of sugar.
Yeah, there's some energy drinks I can't drink because of that kind of stuff. It's just bleh. Gross.
And then
That's why I
have
just take the
chai
coffee.
tea here.
Me too. And chai
I
tea.
have
Because tea is
Yes.
Chai tea is delicious.
Because chai tea
It's
is
great.
excellent.
I think the first time I tried it from Starbucks, I think I got it like with full shots, and like I didn't like
You
get
had
less
4
shots.
shots of espresso?
yes, and I didn't realize, and it was so strong, and I didn't like it. I'm like,
Do you want to
Maybe it
know
was
what happened when I had 4 shots of espresso today?
Can you
You
not
heard
sleep anymore?
colors?
I did.
wait,
I
you
was,
can hear.
yeah, I was like bouncing off the walls. Like I
Like Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man?
yeah, I might as well have been. I was at work. I work in the medical field, so I was rooming patients, and it was like nonstop. And then like I had like a lull doing nothing. Like I was just sitting at my desk, and I was like, I don't know what to do. What should I be doing? Should I be doing something? Where should I be? Should I leave? Should I just run away? Like now I'm getting a little just concerned because now I'm like trying to escape work.
This is like Jim Carrey. It's like his patients just see like you just running back and forth. Like, hi, Mrs. B.
Yeah.
Sorry, bye, Mrs. B. What the hell is that guy doing? Sorry, he's not even speaking any like English anymore. Oh my God.
It's like that one video that you see. It's just like ah.
Oh yeah. There is no way she could have heard him through this double pane glass door. Oh! Oh!
His mic just cut out. It was just like
Oh no.
Perfect.
That was so funny.
That
Yeah,
happened
my-
IRL. Woohoo!
Oh my
So-
God, that was so hilarious. Oh
So
my God.
my concern is that you had 4 shots of espresso today, and
Oh,
that's
I'm
what
so
that did to
lightheaded.
me. I don't want to know what that did to you.
Oh, she was probably just like, like really, really jittery. Just like,
I have 3 in
Yeah.
here, but it's now watered down, and it's a venti. So I
Hmm.
mean,
She's like, I can feel my eyelashes vibrating.
no.
does anybody else know what butterfly kisses are?
My grandma actually showed me what butterfly kisses felt like. I was like, what? And
That's
and
pretty
she
good.
was like, it literally feels like your eyelash, like just like lightly rubbing against you. I was like, sorry,
makes
what?
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
and it's weird. Like, the only thing that I like about Butterfly Kisses is the song by Michael Bolton. Anything else other than that is weird.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Right?
Frog
I'm just saying. Hey, there you go.
What
Frog
is
This
it?
is this is actually like where all the gaming ideas go in, and like my game design idea. That's where all
Oh.
this stuff.
How
are
is
you-
that progressing?
Wait, are you making a game?
I am making designs. I'm brainstorming. I
Okay.
have not looked up how to actually design yet.
Okay.
We need to get her hooked up with Activision, so this way we can get her game off the ground.
Yes.
Same.
You need to pitch your game to them.
Yes. I was gonna
Uh,
say, I was gonna say not Activision. Who the hell? Yep, some other Yahoo. All right. Anyways,
Naughty
yeah.
Dog.
So,
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog would be even better. They're awesome.
Also, there's a
Insomniac.
there's a
I
second
don't know,
version
one
of
of
the paint gun now. Second version of the paint gun. It's great. I don't know if y'all
Nice.
can see this or not.
So what's your?
Now I can.
Yeah. What's your game about that you're designing?
I want to call it an RPG, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Like what's
Uh,
the premise behind it? Like something that you would relate it, like another game that you might relate it to.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in there that, from what I can tell, like I did like at least 3 or 4 Easter eggs already. There's so many.
Like
Uh,
would you relate it to sort of like Final Fantasy esque, like with like swords and
It's-
magic and things like that? Or is it like guns and different things?
So I told AJ about this. Like when I was designing it, I had an idea that for like each weapon on the menu, on the menu, gives you a different gameplay aspect. So if you choose like a sword, it's like classic gameplay, like open world RPG, and like
Okay.
you can explore. And then you have a paint gun, which you get to go around painting cities, and like you get to play with friends, like have battles with them and stuff. That's basically
Oh.
like multiplayer or solo play.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this um, Easter egg that I have from my mom, and it's actually a mech, and it's called a Dino mech. And
That's cool.
and it's from Final Fantasy VI. And let me see if I can find it real quick in here and
I
show
thought
you
she
guys.
called him Dynamite because she's calling her mom old.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
There it
that
is.
is cool. I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is
And
awesome.
it has 6 on the front for Final Fantasy 6.
Hell yeah. That's really
See,
cool.
this just goes to show you like how awesome B is and how much of a douche I am. I went automatically to think that she was insulting her mom by calling her old, but she was absolutely just being a sweetheart about it. I was like, "Here, mom, I made something for you." I'm an asshole.
Uh,
Oh,
so,
that's really cool.
I even asked you, Keith, for Easter egg ideas for like what favorite games you have
Oh,
to
that's
add
right.
that into the.
Yeah.
And AJ actually had a fantastic idea for health, because I wanted to add like a Kingdom Hearts Easter egg in there.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ actually suggested that when your health gets low, your green sword actually turns into red. I was like, that's such a good idea. And then I
That is
had an
cool.
idea to make it broken as it like got red, like redder. And then I ended up combining like our ideas for let me see if I can just. So this is like what I originally had in mind, just like to have like a health bar and like a Kingdom Hearts key by the
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
But then AJ suggested the sword, so then I thought maybe there could be gates that you can unlock, and then I thought if there are gates to unlock, why not just make keys from Kingdom Hearts that you can use to unlock the gates?
That
So
is cool. I like that. That's awesome.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I've seen, like you were saying, like with the sword changing colors and things, like there are some unique things that you can do, especially like on PlayStation with the DualShock 4 or the DualSense controller. They have like the LEDs on the controller that will change depending on your health and things like that. I've seen that in some games, and I think that is really cool because it's sort of like more of an immersive indicator that like status things are changing with your character and how well you're doing. Sometimes you don't like think to be like, oh, let me look at my health. I'm like in the midst of battle, but you can see your controller's turning red. You're like, oh shit, I'm about to die. Like cool stuff like that. I like those sort of ideas.
yeah. Would you like to hear about one of my characters?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
So we have Billy, Froggo, Cindy, Usagi, Duckley, Boba, and Remo. Which one do you want to hear? One out of 7.
I don't know. I don't know anything about any of them.
Boba.
Yes. I was
Boba.
thinking
Okay.
Boba because I like Boba Tea and Boba Fett.
So Boba is actually another Easter egg for my mom. Because Boba is based off of Choco Cat, which is my mom's favorite Sanrio character. So,
That's cool.
Boba is a black cat, like Choco Cat is. And if I can find Boba's information, I will show it to you. Okay, here we go. Boba will give you a backpack if you give him a heartstone. Now, you're probably wondering, is a heartstone meant for your life count? It's actually not. Heartstones will be all over the place. There is like this heart kingdom that you can go and get like armor and like tools from, and there will be like heartstones all over the place. So if you can find a heartstone, you can give it to Boba, and you'll have more room to put more items everywhere. So,
Nice. So he like carries a lot of items for you?
Yeah, kinda.
That's awesome.
Sounds like a very important character.
Yeah.
So do y'all want to hear another character?
Yeah.
I say dealer's choice on this one. I'm interested.
Okay. So now that Boba's out of the way, we have Billy, Froggo, Cindy, which isn't really important. I didn't really give her a background story yet. Usagi, Duckley, and Remo.
Let's go with Remo.
Whoa!
I like you where you think, my man.
Remo is very, very cool to me. Remo actually came to me a few days later after like designing more cities and stuff. And so Remo is actually a mayor, and his town is actually called Lightland. And Lightland is like really cool. I had like this entire plan to have like a dance floor as like the main road, and like he lives in like this huge tower that has a light bulb on top, and like this is Lightland
cool.
right now.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's like stage lights everywhere. It's like up here and stuff.
Nice.
And Remo actually came after a few days, maybe an hour before I drew the land. So Remo is actually the mayor of Lightland, and you get to help him, and he also has a secret quest. So if you can find his secret quest, then he will offer you something. I'm not gonna say what that is.
Don't spoil it. I want to play this first.
It's a secret, obviously. God.
I'm
Just tell
trying
me
not to,
real
like,
quick. I want to
spoil
know.
I'm not trying,
Don't tell him.
trying not to spoil it like so much. That way, like all the ideas just like, this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. Like I don't want to make it like, poof, secrets are gone.
Keep those secrets close to your chest.
But Remo will actually give you a better weapon for his quest, because the mobs are a lot stronger in Lightland than in your actual town.
Oh.
So Remo will ask you for help, and he'll say, "Excuse me, can you help me restore power to my land and people?" Because everybody is meant to be like robotic and like have batteries and like just be electrical, and it's
I like
really
that.
cool. Like I love Lightland so much. Like it's one of my favorite.
Yeah, seems like it's got a really cool sort of theme to it.
Yeah. And so you'll get another message popping up on screen saying, "You got a new weapon, you now have a weapon menu." This is how you unlock the weapon menu. Now, I don't know an official design for the weapon menu. This is actually what I have so far, if you can even see that.
Yeah.
Good.
There is also another character by that. I don't know if y'all saw him, but he's fantastic, and he's one of my favorites. So
That's awesome. That's cool.
He's actually for a save point, actually. So I will get to that later. So a weapon menu, the weapon menu in the game, will basically show your weapon in the middle of the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll have like all your other menus, and whichever one you are currently on will appear first out of all your menus. And I plan to have like a save menu, but then I'm like, what if there's just a save point in the game? Like, of course you can still like have a save menu, like to go to a save point in case you need it,
Okay.
unless you're in battle. That's when you
So it's
can't
similar
activate.
to like Final Fantasy VII, where you have to. Do you have to go to a save point in order to save?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. And now there will be ratings, I guess you can call it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have like 3 to maybe like 6, 7 stars per weapon. And your Emerald Sword is actually a 3-star weapon, which is actually in between. So I might just make it 6.
Yeah.
And your Emerald Sword actually does 20 damage. So that's why you need better weapons when you go to different lands.
Yeah, because there's gonna be harder enemies and things like that.
And
I like the progression.
Yeah.
and underneath the weapon that you have selected, it will give you information about it. So for the Emerald Sword, I actually planned that this was your dad's sword from when he went to like travel around and stuff. And that's how like a story will actually open up. That's like the tutorial and everything. Like you get to play as your dad first.
Ooh. I like when games do that.
So once you complete the tutorial, my nose is stuffy.
No, you're
Give
good.
me one moment.
If you want to go blow your nose,
Yeah.
No, I just had like stuff.
fine, I'll just swallow it.
I do it all the time. Don't worry about it.
Who needs to spit
I
these
do-
loogies? I just.
Everybody thought that I was smoking for 40 years. Now it's all the phlegm.
Those are damn allergies. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know if y'all can read that or not.
I
but
can't read to begin
This
with.
is your dad's sword. It was a birthday gift.
Sweet. I like it.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after you're finished playing as your dad, it'll go to a birthday scene, and there'll be like your family, like you, your mom, and your dad. And your dad gives you something wrapped in cloth, and you'll ask your dad what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can literally just skip the cutscene if you want. That's fine too. It's not like I'm working really hard on this or anything.
Absolutely
so-
not. Yeah.
No, it sounds like you put no thought behind this whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
It's kind of a throwaway scene. No, I'm just kidding.
It's your dad who?
I mean, it's not an important cutscene since you already went through the tutorial. He's just giving you the sword.
Yeah, but you can easily just make it something just exactly like that. You just have like a 5-second cutscene. You see birthday cake. You see your character as you're the dad. You have the sword wrapped up in like maybe like a loincloth or something like that. Just like kid wraps it up, holds it above his head. Bam, transition to the kid.
Boom.
Anyways,
AJ,
so-
AJ with the ideas.
So
I'm the
entire
idea guy, don't worry.
cutscene. I'm just kidding. It's not an entire cutscene. It'll be maybe like about 20 seconds or so, maybe a minute.
I think somebody can sit through 20 seconds. That's not bad.
If
Yeah.
I can,
There's something
anybody
wrong
can.
with you.
Oh.
AJ's attention span is.
So your dad gives you the sword. You ask
Where's
him
he
what it is. He says, "This is your sword now. I used it when I went to go explore. Hopefully you'll find good adventures in it too."
Mhm.
And then you get to actually explore for a little bit, and then you have to go find your first person to actually talk to, which there will be side quests, which is
Mhm.
what one of Froggo's is. So the weapon menu gives you like information. That was my chair squeaking, I'm pretty sure. I don't know
She
why.
farted.
I hope it wasn't your knees or anything. Like, my God, she's
No,
robotic.
it would like
She's from Lightland. Don't trust her.
I knew it.
So Remo will actually give you his own sword, which is called Remo's Light Sword, and his sword is actually a 4-star, and it'll do 50 damage to a mob.
Nice.
And then there's another weapon for a character. So, anyways, I forgot what I was even talking about.
It's all right. I have many squirrel moments. Where are we right now?
I have them all the time. Yeah, there you go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Denizens podcast, where
Just like start the complete thing over and go back,
Yeah,
go
let's
back.
just start over. It's fine.
Hi, welcome back. We're back. Okay, we're good.
No, that's really cool. I like a lot of the ideas. It's very imaginational. It has a lot of really cool inspiration, I think, from other games that you really enjoy. But like in its own fresh way, I think, which is really cool. I like it so far.
I actually have a boss now. I have a boss, and he's a volcano, and he's great.
That's cool.
I love
like
him
that.
a
so much.
volcano.
I
His
like
name
that.
That's
is
interesting.
Valpo. And I'm pretty sure I'm settled on
Yes.
Valpo being the first boss you fight.
I like that. I like his face.
It's like Moana.
Yeah,
This is Mini Valpo. You can't see him. This is Mini
Oh, there
Valpo.
it is.
I like it. That's awesome. That's really cool.
So there is a different paint gun design now. So this is
Oh,
I don't know if you can see that.
I
This
think-
is what it
yeah.
was before. Like I inspired it by the Splatoon paint gun. So
That's cool.
shields will also have Easter eggs on them. AJ knows that because I made one for him.
That's really cool.
She did. I
Uh,
like it. I like it.
Oh god, I don't even remember what I was gonna show you. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I do. It's all right. No, is this? I'm showing it to the wrong camera. Anyways,
Oh, no.
this is the second one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks kind of like the Splatoon paint guns a little bit, like a water gun, water pistol.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So I plan to have, because the I didn't really explain the color palette, did I? The color palette is like retro and pastel colors,
Ooh.
and there's actually this land called Retro Land, I believe.
That's probably gonna be my land.
Retro
my favorite.
City, Retro Land. Let me see if I can find it. Retro City is what it's called.
Ooh, I like that.
And it's meant to be based off of a Las Vegas kind of area.
Like Retro City Rampage. Is
Huh?
that the game? Retro City Rampage, AJ?
I don't.
Was that
Retro
like,
City Rampage.
wasn't
That sounds
was
very
It was
familiar.
on original NES. They have it on the Switch.
Oh Jesus! Original NES games. Like, dude, I was a wee lad.
I think
I wasn't
Retro
wee-weeing.
yeah,
I
but
probably
they,
was.
yeah,
I
but
was
they
very.
they have it on the Switch like NES or Super NES. I think it's. Is that it?
I don't know.
That looks like Zelda. Hold on.
Let me see.
Retro City Rampage.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Retro.
I haven't played any of the.
Yeah. Retro City Rampage. It's,
I did not know that was a
It's like
thing.
it's like a 2D side scroller beat 'em up, like before fucking before
don't
before
it's
like
fine.
Streets of Rage and stuff. It was like the original Streets of Rage.
My earring is like digging into my skin
I'm
and
sorry.
it hurts.
You should probably take
Hold
it
on, let me-
out.
let me-
Do it. There you go.
That has been bothering me since
I'm
the
sorry.
start, and it hurts so bad. Also, this stick came out and like it's broken, so like
Oh.
I'm very upset.
That's
So
not
we're
fun.
gonna have to glue that.
do it.
Anyways, take this one out too.
Do you mind if we go to AJ to talk about what he's been playing? I like what you got though. That's some really cool stuff. I'm really curious to see some more stuff on that.
Woo.
That's awesome. Good job, B.
Yay!
AJ, I can't hear you.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
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 AJ, I think you're muted. AJ, uh-oh.
Are you muted? Did you hit the mute button by accident?
It says he's muted.
Can you hear me now?
There,
Ah,
there
yes, there we go.
Son of a bitch, I hit it.
I was gonna say, I was like, did you hit it? Could you hear us?
I hit. Yeah, I heard you guys. I'm like talking the whole entire time, and you guys are like, I can't hear you. He's like, I can hear me. Why can't you hear me? I'm a dope, and I freaking. Yeah, I assigned M to mute when I have Discord and I'm streaming, and I was typing in Retro City Rampage. Apparently, I forgot how to actually spell, and I hit the. Oh no, M is in Rampage, and then when I hit M, it muted.
It's all good.
Wah, wah.
We figured it out. So what have you been playing, AJ?
I have been playing. So I've been playing a few games. So there is Skyward Sword, which I've been streaming Mondays and Wednesdays.
Nice.
That game is awesome. This is going to be the first Zelda game that I'm going to be playing twice in the same time, because I have my personal one that I'm playing, so this way I don't look like Garbo on stream, and then I got the stream one where I'm a few levels behind. So it's pretty cool. It's still funny because I forget where the hell I am sometimes, and what I did previously to get further.
More personal play.
What's that?
What's that be? Oh, I thought you said something. I'm sorry. But I was just saying, you get confused between like the stream, where you were in the stream, and then where you were like playing it in your personal time.
Well, yeah, like when I'm streaming, because I'm so ahead in my personal one. So like when I get to the stream, I'm like how the hell did I beat this one? There was literally about 5 minutes of me running around like an idiot when I had the key in my hand, and I forgot that I had the key in my hand to actually open the door, and I'm like going up and down and back and forth and everywhere else. I'm like, how do I open? Oh, that's right. And I asked chat, and chat was like, yeah, you have the key.
You're like,
go open the door.
Where did I put my phone? I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Totally. Like how the freaking how your parents are just always going this is crazy. Where the hell are my glasses? Who the hell stole my glasses? I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. Dad, what? They're on your head. Son of a bitch. That was me.
I
Swear to
do
God,
that
it was me.
all the time.
That's amazing.
Like I will have my pencil by me, and the next minute it's gone. I'm like, where did I put my pencil? And it's like right in front of my face. I'm like,
you're like, it's
you
behind
start
my
freaking
ear
out.
the
You
whole
call
time.
CIA, NSA, FBI. I got my pen back, and I know you're looking at me. Damn you!
Damn you, FBI! You're like, sir, we don't solve cases like this. That's a little out of our league.
Yeah, call 911. They're more equipped to handle this.
oh god.
Oh my god.
So it was that, and I downloaded Hades on my
Nice.
Xbox for the Game Pass, and I would say I'm not usually one to get into what is it what is it you can you go in there, you progress, when you die you go all the way back. What the hell is it called? Roguelike.
Yes.
I'm
it
not
is.
really one who's but this one's actually really good. So this the story is that you're the son of Hades. You're trying to escape hell because you want to go to Mount Olympus and join the gods up above. You're sick of hell. Your dad's basically like, you're a butthole, and I already told you many times, nobody lives here, and you can keep on trying and keep on ruining my kingdom as much as you want to, but I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna leave. So you go as far as you can. Like I got to like the 10th level. I come back. And then you talk to Satan. He's like, I told you, stop ruining my kingdom. You're not going to be able to make it out. Then you go in for another one. I got it to like 15. Got killed. I was like, crap. But it gives you like incentive, like, what I feel, because you're just like, there is like, that there's the end is you escaping. Right? Because there could be like maybe 50 levels or something like that. And like, they're changing like the layouts or whatever else. It's really, really cool. So I like that game. I would say if you haven't played Hades, try it out. The visuals are beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'm an
I
absolute
love the
sucker
art
for that.
style. I think I want to say it's very similar to, isn't it like the same developer that did like Transistor and Bastion?
I think so. I think so.
I think it is. It has a very similar, either way, it has a very similar art style to those like top-down sort of like hack and slash kind of games. Although like Transistor and Bastion weren't roguelike.
No, but Bastion's really good though. I like that.
Is.
I haven't beaten that. I think it was like I got halfway through, but I haven't been able to actually I'm still by myself.
Such a great game. Yeah, both of those. Hades is excellent. I know that's supposed to be coming out on PlayStation, I think very soon, if it's not out already.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that game. It was really cool. I still haven't beaten it either. Because I'm kind of the same way, like, about roguelike games. Like, the roguelike, sort of mechanics can be done either really well or very badly, and like that can really affect the way that I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And like I was playing recently that game Returnal on PS5.
That looks interesting.
It's like a cross between like Dead Space and Aliens.
Ooh.
It has very like the Aliens sort of like H.R. Geiger kind of like Prometheus kind of look to it with like the alien ruins. Because in that, like, you're on, like, you crash land on this, like, alien planet, alien homeworld or whatever, and then every time you die, you relive the moment of crashing on the planet, and you restart
Jesus.
yeah, but, like, as you go through every cycle, you do unlock some, like, things that persist across each cycle, like, it's a permanent upgrade, per se, which, like, allows better traversal, and it's, like, things like that, like, if it has sort of, like, some permanency to like each cycle that you go through, and it gets easier sort of every time, like I think that makes it more enjoyable instead of just being like, oops, you lost everything and now you have to restart from the beginning. Like that can be very frustrating.
That's tedious and that pisses me off.
Yeah, like I think what was that game? It was like Don't Starve, I think, was very much like that.
Oh yeah, you're going around like the forest or something like that.
Yeah, and that was like a really, really difficult sort of roguelike kind of game, and like, yeah, if there's not like a lot of permanency or just like you have to constantly restart, it can be very tedious, and there's not like really much driving you forward to like keep playing the game. Whereas like Hades has a really cool story alongside all of these cycles that you go through. Returnal is very much like that too, where you find like interesting like audio logs where you're like, oh, like I feel like I'm losing my mind. Am I actually reliving this moment like differently every time? And I'm seeing myself, like I'm seeing my own body like on the ground dead in like these different cycles as I go through. Like, is this actually happening or am I dreaming all of this? And it starts to get like really interesting, and it builds and like creates this interesting sort of story and environment. Like things like that I think are really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I need to jump back into Hades. That reminds me.
Yeah, Hades is so good.
Yeah.
You also got to get into Splitgate.
Is that online multiplayer?
It is online multiplayer. So that's actually the game that me, Matt, and a couple of my other buddies have been playing all weekend, and I streamed that on Monday. And my internet decided to take a major crap out on me, so I could not actually stream worth of anything, and it kept on getting broken up. But the game is fun as all hell. Think of OG Halo, Halo 1, Halo 2 online multiplayer.
I've heard about
mixed
it,
in
yeah.
with Portal.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Some like really cool sort of like physics mechanics and things like that.
Yeah, so you can freaking be like, if you're trying to get like, down over there to the, so it's red versus, also the cool thing is it's red versus blue. It's never that you're switching who's red, who's blue. The protagonist, like me and my team, are always blue, and the enemy is always red. And it's the same thing for them. They're always blue, and then we're always red. So this way, because, so the enemies are always red, and the good guys are always blue.
So
so
whatever
really
you're
cool.
seeing the enemies is red on either side.
And they're seeing the same thing because we're the enemies. So because when you see like the playback, like you're like, oh, I got killed by that red bastard, and then all of a sudden, like that you see the playback of them killing you, and you're like, but I'm red. My God, my red is
both red.
So,
we're both the imposters.
Kind of like Overwatch then. Kind of like Overwatch, how like the teams in Overwatch are set up.
Okay.
I think I haven't played
similar.
Overwatch, so I'm gonna have to go with you on that one.
You should play Overwatch. It's actually very fun.
Yeah, I've heard
I thought
good things
I
about
heard
it.
yeah, I heard a couple of good things. I heard it was like kind of toxic though.
A little bit.
I mean, as long as you don't like pick up a mic.
I usually don't. If I'm not playing with buddies,
just don't talk to
I don't talk to
anybody.
anyone.
Yeah,
no.
as long as you don't have like a mic and like try and talk back to the people who lecture you on how to play the game, then you should be fine. You could always play versus AI as well. That's what I mainly do, because I don't like playing quick play and like people just be like, get on the point, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like,
that's why that's like kind of how I am. Like, I'm not into like a lot of competitive online shooters, so like if I am going to play one, it's either going to be like just with friends or like doing with like AI enemies or something like that. what are you playing it on right now, AJ?
So I'm playing it on Xbox, but you can
Okay.
also get it on Steam, which is really cool because that's how one of my buddies was playing it. So it's cross-platform.
Is it on? Oh, nice. Is it on
Yeah.
Game Pass right now?
It is.
Ooh, I might have to download that tonight. Let me know when you guys are going to be playing next. I might be able to jump in. I'd like
Yeah,
to
we
try
might
it
be
out with
playing
you
over the
guys.
weekend.
I'm a bird, guys.
The eagles landed.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh goodness.
That's
But
super
I
cool.
do hate to cut my time short. I apologize.
That's all right.
It's because I talk too much about my game.
No, don't
No,
worry.
not at all. I was really interested in your game. I think that you're coming up with an awesome idea, and I'm really glad I was able to hear that you've been progressing on this. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. It's a
Yes.
lot from when I started, like just like from a simple character design and like the original story I had for like a meteor to like instead of crashing and like exploding everything, I thought like it would make like everything so colorful and stuff. Like that's it's so the paint gun is actually based off of one of my favorite games when I was younger, which was Blob 2, I think it was called.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
it's cool.
The
You get,
Blob.
you get
The
to
Blob.
like, you remember how you like
Blob.
the Blob, yeah.
Mhm.
So you remember how like you get to paint everything and like your time and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it's based off on.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool concept. I
like
like it.
it.
Honestly, I
See?
have not played that game in years.
Yeah,
So
it's been a long
I think they have that
time.
on Game Pass. I'm just saying.
I think they do. You're right. I think
I love Game Pass. If I could be a shill for Game Pass and get paid very well for it, I would definitely do it.
Yeah, I've been actually playing a lot more games on Game Pass. Like they've been having a lot of really cool games added to it. Like AJ, I was telling you, I started playing Psychonauts 2 on there, which that game is
I downloaded it. I'm so ready to play it, but I'm like, do I play it because then I haven't beaten the first game. Do I need to beat the first game
I
to
would
play
s-
the second game? Is anything going to be ruined?
I would say I don't think you need to because even
No.
like it does like a really good job of recapping from the first game, like the events of the first game, and it also actually takes place after the VR Psychonauts game called Rhombus of Ruin.
I didn't even know they actually came
Yeah,
out with
and
that.
I never actually finished that one. Like, I got stuck on like one of the puzzles or whatever, but it was really cool. It was a really cool like VR implementation of like the world of Psychonauts.
Yeah.
But it takes place right after that, and dude, like graphically, I think it like has such a unique art style, very well,
Oh, yeah.
very nice polish, and like
Huge overhaul.
huge overhaul exactly from the original game. It has some really awesome like platforming. Like it's got like sort of hack and slash combat with like your melee, but you have all these different like telekinetic and like psi powers that you can use. And of course it's Double Fine, so like it has that fucking
Oh, man.
excellent like humor alongside all of it, which is like it's amazing. So
I
would-
love almost all Double Fine games.
yeah,
great.
honestly, yeah, I would just jump into it and play it. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. It's hilarious. It really
I just might
is.
do that.
And it has
I might do
oh,
my inventory and
I don't know if you like Invader Zim, but the main character of Raz is the character who plays or voice actor of Invader Zim, and they have the voice actor from Gur from Invader Zim as well in the same game.
dude, as soon as I heard the main protagonist start talking, I was like, I know that's him.
Yeah, even like when he screams, he's like falling into like one of the like different portals into somebody else's mind. He's like, the scream is like, yep, that's Zim.
Oh yeah, no, I was expecting him to go like, "Damn, blast you, bloody human!" Okay.
Right. Dude, it's amazing. Yeah. But anyway, I won't keep you any longer. I'll let you go, AJ. I
no
really
worries.
appreciate you stopping by, and it's been a pleasure having you on, man.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Of course.
A pleasure is always being here. And, both of you are fantastic people. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. I will have you guys on in the background.
Awesome.
And I will talk to you all later. Thank you very much.
Nice. Have a good night, man.
AJ, you'll be missed.
We'll miss you greatly.
Thank you.
He's dead to us
Bye,
now.
guys.
What?
Bye.
You know what? Fine.
Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, that's like I've been playing the Psychonauts game. Honestly, B, I think you would probably enjoy this game. Do you have Game Pass?
You'll have to talk to my mom. Listen, man, I don't own any electronics. I don't own those consoles. That's
Do you
that's
have
my parents.
do you have an Xbox One?
Yes.
Okay. I think I remember your mom telling me that she had Xbox Game Pass. Either way, it's free on Xbox Game Pass. It's an awesome
Oh,
game.
Game Pass.
Yeah, it's where like you can play free games
Maybe,
on the Xbox subscription.
maybe we do. I think we have that on PlayStation. We might have it on PlayStation, but
Well,
I'm not sure
that's
about
on if it's on
Xbox.
PlayStation. I think that's like PlayStation Now. Like they have a similar sort of subscription on PlayStation, where you can like play free games and whatnot. There's also PlayStation Plus where it gives you like two or three free games every month or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's like Psychonauts 2 is an excellent game. So if you're not familiar with it, you play as Raz or Rasputin, and he's like a student of the Psychonauts, which are like this agency that hunt down people with like psychic powers, and they use psychic powers to like so they'll go into different people's minds, and like everybody's mind has like a different layout, and there's different enemies that you fight like called there, and they have different names. Like there's enemies for doubt, there's enemies for like I don't know, all sorts of different like sort of behavior that like and like bad behavior within your mind that will crop up, and you have to fight them,
Uh,
and it's really cool. So you can use like
it sounds awesome.
yeah, it's like kind of cartoonish looking, but it's
Oh, really?
yeah, it has a
Yeah.
really cool art style. You can use like telekinetic powers, like you can grab things and throw them
This is
at
the art
enemies.
style they have.
Ooh, I like
The art
that.
style.
Is that like a dinosaur?
Yes, you play as a dinosaur.
Oh, that's the main character. I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, so I would definitely check it out. I've been waiting for this game for a very long time, Psychonauts 2. I've also been playing. This is an interesting game. 12 minutes. It's also free on Game Pass, and I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's necessarily like a kid-friendly game, but it's like a point-click adventure. I don't know if it's an adventure game, but it's a point-click game, and
Oh.
every 12 minutes your gameplay resets. And so like
Oh God.
you're in
Oh no.
you're in your apartment with your wife, and then there's like a cop that comes in, and he's trying to murder you and your wife.
Wait, I think I've actually seen a YouTuber play that. Like, I think the title of the video is like, I have 12 minutes to save my wife. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
haven't.
want to watch that video so bad. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet,
It's very
but I will definitely
interesting.
look at it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a unique idea. I haven't finished it. I actually looked up all the endings because I didn't have the patience to play through the entire thing.
Are you looking at all the endings, sir?
I
Oh my.
I know, right? I know, right?
I mean,
Um,
it's fine.
I
I
did,
use
and it's
guides
just
to be
because like I couldn't figure
calm
out.
down.
Like I started progressing, and like because you find out information, and then it's sort of like so anytime the cop who busts in through your door, if he hits you, you restart.
So
And
it's kind of, do you like have to hide from the cop? Can you hide from
you
him
can hide
to
from
like
him.
have a
Yeah, so you have it's like it's kind of top
so
down. Like you have your living room, there's a bathroom, there's a bedroom, and then there's a closet, and you can hide in those areas. And sometimes he'll find you, sometimes he doesn't. But like you can talk to your wife once you like find out more information. You could tell her like, "Hey, I'm living in a time loop. I've relived this moment before, and I can prove it to you that I'm living in this time loop because
because
there's gonna be thunder
there's
that's
gonna be
gonna
a
happen in just a second." And she'll be like,
there's
"That
gonna
sounds
be a cop.
ridiculous." Well, you can tell her about the cop too, but you'll be
Oh
like,
really?
yeah, so you can tell her about the cop. You can be like, there's going to be a cop that's going to bust in 5 minutes, and he's going to try to arrest you for murder of your father. And she's like, I don't know. I don't believe you. How can you prove to me that you're living in a time loop right now? And he's like, hold
Wait
on.
until he
And
busts through the door.
well, there's that, but you can be like, let me look around the room and find something that I can prove to you. And you can be like,
So
the
so it's
radio's
like
about
a
to say that there's going to be a storm rolling in. She's like, but the weather report said it's going to be clear. And you're like, there's going to be a thunder in just a second. Just wait. And then the thunder happens. She's like, oh wow, this is weird. But then you
so
can
you basically you have to prove to her that you've relived the moment. So it's kind of like the hiding part kind of. Have you ever seen Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, like
Um,
just
I've
a
never
one
played
part
it, but
with
I think I'm familiar with it a little bit. Yeah.
So have you seen where you're in the closet trying to hide from Circus Baby?
I've seen some moments where you're like hiding in a closet, but that's about it.
That's kind of what when you said the closet reminds me. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Like you have to close the doors and like hide and like make sure that you don't get caught.
Mhm.
But there's something about reliving that moment that reminds me of a game, and I don't remember what it is. And I don't remember anything about it, but it sounds so familiar to me
Okay.
that
Yeah.
like you relive like a moment, and like you have to like it's like a puzzle game kind
It
of, and
is
you
a
have to
yeah, it's a puzzle game. You have to like use conversation, talking to your wife, and trying to
yeah.
like find out more information. And I won't spoil like the ending or anything. Like you can look it up online. It is a very interesting game, but it's like you find yourself like I found myself kind of stuck in the same like doing some of the same stuff to get different results, and I was like, wait, why does it keep happening this way? Why can't I do it differently? And I wasn't finding things, but it's like very subtle things you have to look for. Like you can like look on your phone and you can find something, or the cop, if you're able to get his phone, you can look through his text messages and you see like his daughter, like her phone number on there, and you can like call her to distract him from coming into the apartment. And so it's like it's very interesting, but it is like it's kind of weird. The ending I found was very weird that I watched, but I won't spoil that here. Um, so yeah, I've been playing that. I've been playing. I just beat Mark of the Ninja Remastered on the Switch, which is a really cool game. It's like a 2D side scroller, and you play as a ninja, and it utilizes like shadows and light really well. Like if you can't see beyond a wall, it'll just show shadows, so you can't see beyond it.
Oh wow.
So like you kind of have to peek around, and then like if you're hidden in the darkness, you can sneak up behind enemies and like take them out and hide their bodies.
So
Um,
this is a stealth game since it's like involved with ninjas, then yes.
yeah, it's mostly stealth. Like you can attack enemies head on, but then like it alerts the alarms, and like you get more points in the mission if you go through stealthy without getting caught. But it's like it's very satisfying when you do like take out enemies and not get caught, and because you can like grapple up to like different ledges and things like that and move around the room really fast and go through like vents and things. You can like pull people through vents and hide and hide them in there.
And hide the bodies.
Hide the bodies.
Hide the bodies of arson that you just committed.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I think this game, so the original game came out I think on PC and consoles, I think probably like 5 years ago or something, but the remastered version of the game came out on Switch. I want to say like it might have been last year or the year before. And so there's like it's really cool because they have the main storyline, and then there's a storyline of your sensei when he's younger, and you can play as him in this other story. And then when you beat the game, after you like unlock all of these different, because there's different distraction things like smoke bombs you can use, like caltrops, like those little sharp like tacky things you can throw on the ground and like stab into their feet. There's like
That's neat.
poison, like hallucinogen darts to make them hallucinate and attack their own enemy, like their own allies.
Oh, so you can kind of like brainwash them then.
Yeah, and then yeah, so you can like terrify them into like shooting their own enemy or shooting their own guys. And it's like it's just really cool. Like you can just kind of mess with them by like you can use your darts and like knock out lights and stuff to make shadows for you to like move around a lot easier.
That's
Yeah, it's a really fun game, and the art style is really cool. Like the cutscenes are all like animated. It kind of reminds me of like Samurai Jack, if that makes any sense.
I don't think I've seen that
No.
before. I'm so upset.
It, like-
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
It is really cool. Like the cutscenes are fully animated, and it reminds me kind of like an Adult Swim animation show. Not like anime, but like a really cool sort of like Japanese.
Just
Adult
kidding.
Swim
Wait, I
kinda
have
show.
seen this. I have seen this.
Yeah,
I've seen like a picture.
it's
but
pretty cool.
not animated.
So I finished that. I've been going through like my new game plus, like with all of my gadgets and everything, and like different abilities, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
that's neat.
yeah, and then the last one I started playing again. Well, I haven't finished it yet, but picked it up. Ghost of Tsushima, which is like that samurai game. I started playing it.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. My
Yeah.
dad like played that for a while, and then like he kind of stopped. Like he played it when
hmm
it like I think he either played the demo or the full game, but he never finished the full game like usual.
I think I'm pretty
Uh,
close to finishing it. Like I'm in the last part of it, but I was playing it on PS4. My girlfriend picked up the PS5, so I started playing it on there. They just came out with the
oh,
director's
nice.
cut, which adds like a whole nother island that you can go to and a whole nother storyline that continues off of the game. Um, and then they added a whole slew of like upgrades to being that it's on the PS5 with like graphically it runs smoother, it loads faster, and they added a lot of really cool like rumble and like the adaptive triggers for the PS5 controller. So like when you're riding on the horse, you can feel the clip clop of the horse like hitting the ground on different, and like it feels different depending on like if it's soft ground or hard ground. And I think that's like really interesting with the PS5 hardware and stuff with that controller, because like the rumble is able to differentiate what kind of ground you're running on, that it like the rumble actually feels different, which I think is like wild.
If I remember correctly, there are certain upgrades you can get
hmm
that that can help you along the way, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't
There's
know if you can only choose like one and then like move on, so you have to like choose wisely. I don't remember specifically.
there. I'm trying to remember how you upgrade. No, it's just like so like just killing enemies and stuff like that. You get experience, which adds to like you'll end up getting experience points, and then you can just buy upgrades for your abilities, and then you also use like supplies and different items that you collect in the world to upgrade your sword, your bow, and like the gadgets and things like that. So it's like pretty well rounded, and you can pretty much like upgrade everything before you even beat the game. So like I think before I even got to that last, so the main island in the main game, there's like 3 sections. I'm on the third section, and I think I practically upgraded everything before I even got to that third section. So I'm just like a badass samurai.
So did my question is did you have to grind or did you like
Um,
already have enough?
I no, I don't feel like I had to grind in the game at all, really. Like, I think you actually up in some cases I feel like you upgrade everything a little bit too early. Whereas like you get to the end of the game, you're like way before you even
Like
get
you're
to.
too overpowered already.
Yeah,
You're too
but
overpowered.
at the same time, I would say like the enemies are still like challenging enough that it still feels like you're not cheating the game in that sense either. It's just like
Yeah.
you could just stop leveling up, and then like there's nothing else for you to upgrade. So you're not really finding anything new for a while.
I think I remember my dad like going into like this village
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know how powerful he was. He seemed pretty strong, but they were still definitely challenging enemies
Yeah.
because he like I remember him hiding like behind some rocks and then like running into the village. And
Yeah.
that's basically all the gameplay I remember, like him like standing up on roofs. I think it was like either like maybe the first few parts of the game. I don't remember.
Yeah, so I think when you storm some of the camps where like the Mongols have taken over, you can either do it
Yeah.
stealthy where you're on the roofs and like you can jump down and assassinate them, or you can like you can run in and just fight everybody head on with your sword if you want to do it that way. And I think that's what's kind of cool is like it gives you the option to do either or. You don't have to be like, "Oh, I'm just going to do stealth," or "I'm just going to go like fighting them head on." Like you can choose how you want to play it, and I think that is really cool, because then you have like your other gadgets, like you have smoke bombs and you have like the shuriken, like ninja star sort of things that you can throw at them. There's like sticky bombs that you can throw at them, so there's like all sorts of different things that like you can use when you're in battle. Plus you end up getting like other upgrades, like I think if you hold like L1 and L2 or L1 and R1 at the same time, he like charges up this strike, and then he'll do like a dash between all of his enemies, like 4 or 5 enemies, and kill them in like one hit. And it's very like anime, you know, like that's not realistic at all, but like it's super
Yeah.
cool when he does it, and you're like, whoa, that's badass.
It's like one of those anime moments where like there's like a samurai and you just like and like they just like are gone. They're dead.
Yeah, within like 2
okay.
seconds, 4 or 5
Yeah.
guys are they just drop, and you're like, oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, so like the samurai will pull out his sword and he'll go cha-ching, and then they'll be like, "You didn't do anything." Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm bleeding.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think towards the end of the game you also unlock, it's called like the ghost stance. So you have like different stances depending on who you're fighting, like if they're a swordsman, if they have a spear, a shield, or like the big heavy brute guys. And so then there's like the ghost stance, and if you kill 5 guys without getting hit at all, then you can activate the ghost stance. Everything turns black and white, and he like raises his sword and he's like, ah! And then like,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah, so then the enemies will like fall over like terrified, and they're like, oh my God, and they try to run from you, and like you can kill like 3 guys like each with 1 hit. So you just like whoosh, and it like goes red when you hit them with the sword, and it's like, whoa, it's such a cool, like, makes you feel really like powerful in those moments.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Makes you feel like oh wait, I can't curse. Never mind. I can't say that word. Can't say that word.
It's
I'm so
okay.
upset.
Badass.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
At least you understood.
I knew what you meant. Yeah, it's a really cool game. Other than that, I haven't really been playing much. I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was, let's see here. So, are you familiar with Cowboy Bebop? The anime?
I have not seen it, but I have heard the name.
You need to watch it. If you like anime, I think you'd really enjoy it. It's a really cool show. I mean, it's like 20 years old right now, but it holds up very well. Like it is hands down my favorite anime show. Like it was 1 season of like 20 episodes, and then they did it was like an hour-and-a-half movie that finished it off. And it's so like it follows these like bounty hunters, these 3 bounty hunters, and then this girl. Well, actually no, I shouldn't say girl. I don't.
Is it a man in disguise?
No, it's like they never specify. Actually, they never say that.
Oh, really?
They never say if it's a girl or a boy. The character's name is Ed, and
So
he or
looks-
she
looks
is like a hacker for the group, and
So, like, looks like female, but has male name, kind of.
yeah, kind of like, yeah, I would say that, yeah. Yeah, you never know. But like the character is so cool, and then there's like a corgi on their spaceship that comes
They
in.
have a corgi?
Yeah, and he's just like his name is Einstein, and he just like floats in the ship like.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's ask your mom. She loves the show too. Like I think it's one of her favorites as well. But they're doing a live action one, which I think is
Oh,
supposed
God.
to be.
Every time somebody does a live action of an anime, I'm just like, no.
I
why?
would agree with you. Normally I would agree with you, but I think the cast and everything that they picked for the show.
The cast is great, but I just hate how they make anything
Mhm.
like live action, like Mulan.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch the live action because I like the cartoon a lot better.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up too, and I was concerned about the Mulan movie, and I heard that it wasn't great, and I was like, man, I wanted the live action one to actually be good.
Shang or Mushu. Mushu is the best character. How could you get rid of Mushu?
Oh, they didn't even have
That's-
Mushu?
No, that's
I'm
the
not
main
watching
reason
it.
why I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, That's
I didn't
that's
want to
sad.
watch it because they didn't have Mushu.
Yeah,
I was so
I
upset.
totally agree. But I would say, like, because of the cast for Cowboy Bebop's live action, it actually looks. They did a fantastic job with, like. So, they don't have, like, a trailer out for it yet. There's just like some like scene photos of them in their costumes and everything, and it looks phenomenal. And I think they actually worked with Shinichiro Watanabe, who is the creator of the anime, to make sure that they got like the look and feel accurate. And I'm trying to think when this actually is coming to Netflix. Where is it? I think it's supposed to come out at the end of the year. Where is it? Oh, yes, November 19th. So it's coming, yeah, it's coming just in a couple
It's
of
gone.
months.
It was never there to begin with. It's gone. You can't find it. It's gone. It's
Yeah.
just it's out. It's good to go.
Yeah, I think I actually shared this with your mom in our group chat, because I was like, I'm really excited about this. They've been working on this on like the live action show for a while. They even got an actual corgi for the show too.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be really good. It looks really
Okay,
awesome.
corgis are very cute though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can agree with. Corgis are very cute.
I'm really excited.
There's this one anime I watched. It's kind of like a 3D anime, and it's called High Score Girl, and it's like about like it has like Street Fighter, like all types of retro games, and I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
and like it's about like this guy who like plays game. I don't remember exactly what it's been about. I'm gonna have to rewatch it soon. Cause
It's
I
a
don't
newer anime
remember.
though.
I am not sure. Let me go see. uh, but it's called High Score Girl.
High Score Girl. Interesting.
Uh, yeah, so it's about this guy and girl, and like they both play games, but the girl has like kind of like strict parents, I guess. It's not, I don't think it's her actual parents. She has trainers, and like she's supposed to like focus on her schoolwork, and like you can't play games because if you do that, then it's gonna rot your brain. And it's kind of like I think what it's based off of is that like it's supposed to give a lesson of like uh-oh, uh-oh. It almost played the anime. Uh-oh. Anyways. It's like it's kind of like I guess do what you want to do, and like whatever you find fun to do, like because
Okay.
they're forcing her to like take piano lessons and take all these lessons, and like she's so busy, and like she's like famously rich.
Okay.
She's not famous or anything, but she's like rich,
Yeah.
which makes her like popular, like the popular girl in school. Like if you're rich, then you got that bling bling money. You kind of popular, okay? So and then uh the girl meets the guy, and like because she's like playing at the arcade that he usually plays at, and they're in class together, and so like the anime starts off and he says, what the heck is she doing here? And so like it's because the arcade is supposed to be his safe place, which is actually her safe place as well.
Yeah.
So they end up kind of like meeting each other, and then I think he wins a round against her, and then she gets like really upset, and then she gets caught in the arcade, and then she has to go home. That's like part of the first episode. So like
do you remember what it's called? The anime?
High Score Girl.
Oh, that's right. High Score Girl.
I believe it's actually HI dash score. Girl.
Okay. What's it on? Have you?
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
I don't know if they have more seasons though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I've only like completed the first season, maybe. They might have a season 2. You might be able to find it on Funimation. I'm not sure. If you have Funimation.
Funimation has a
go
lot
look.
of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Let me see. You should check this out. This is a really cool animated series. on Netflix. It's called Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, and so every episode is a different animator. So
Oh,
they're
God.
like none of them are connected to each other, but they're all very like weird and like sort of cyberpunky and like anime, and like they all have like their own sort of premise behind it, and they're very interesting. I think there's 2 seasons.
Oh wait, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It says TVMA.
Oh.
I can't watch it.
You have to ask your
He's
mom.
not
Have
even
your
a
have your
good-
mom watch it and see if it's okay for you to watch.
Okay.
But it is really cool. Like the animation is really awesome in the way that they do it, and it's super cool.
Okay, so I have an anime recommendation for you. It's not
Go for
about
it.
games whatsoever.
No, I don't
but
care.
It's called
That's fine.
it's called The Disastrous Life with Psyche K, and it's really funny
Hmm.
and hilarious, and it's great. And I have not seen it in a while, which means I'm probably gonna ask to see if I can watch it after this. So
Let's see. The Disastrous
it's really
Life
great.
of Psyche K.
He has pink hair and green glasses. It's great. It's so good.
Oh. High school sophomore swore as a child that he would keep his psychic talents hidden, but his abilities still make his life difficult.
Yeah, so he has like all these powers like teleportation, telekinesis, X-ray vision. And like the X-ray I don't think he can actually turn off, so everybody's just like pure muscle to him, which is really weird.
Interesting.
So
That cat on top of the pyramid in episode 7 reminds me of the cat from Pokemon.
oh god, that cat is so annoying. I hate that cat so much. He's like, oh my, the cat. I swear to God, the cat is just. I don't like like I like the cat, but I don't like the cat at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
The cat is very funny though, I can tell you that. It's very funny.
I'll have to check this out. This looks interesting. I really like it. Okay, cool. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I want to go over the save point for my game because
Okay, go for it.
he's one of my favorite characters. And his name is Sammy, and he's great. If I can find the page, I can't find the page, but I'll get there eventually. Here we go. He's his save point is called Sammy's Save Spot, SSS. And it's great.
I like
love
that. That's
him.
really unique.
And I forgot what kind of dinosaur he
Like
is.
a Brachiosaurus?
Yeah.
Ooh, I
But
like
he's
it.
great.
That's cool.
So every time you want to save your game, you have to find him, or you can use the save in your menu, which is a lot less boring,
It is, yeah.
in my opinion.
I think like it's cool to have the option of like being able to save anywhere in the game, but I think it is like if you're running around in the world and you're like, oh, there's a save point, there's Sammy, like I can go see him and save my game too. I think it's good to have both options, so it's like physically there, but then you can also go in the menu if you're not anywhere near one, and you don't want to go all the way back to travel if you're in the middle of like on a mission or something like that to have to travel.
As long as you're not in battle, then you can save from your.
Yeah, that's pretty like standard across a lot of games. Like if you're in battle, most of the times it won't let you save. So I think
Yeah.
that's pretty standard. Yeah.
You can pause it though in case you need to like switch out your weapons or your armor.
Mhm. I
So.
like that. That is really cool. I'm very proud of you for like this idea of this game that you're coming up with. I think it's very unique and different, and yeah, it's super cool.
It's dinosaurs
It's
and different characters.
dinosaurs.
They're not all dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There's like, it was meant to be a dinosaur game, but then I realized
Mhm.
that you're gonna like travel the world, so the only dinosaurs you will probably see is at the very beginning of the game, which you can always go back to.
Yeah,
There will be like a lot of secrets in the game. I can tell you that
Mhm.
much.
that's really cool. I'm curious to
there
see
is-
what more you do with this, and I'd like to see
There's,
this game actually become a real game. I think it'd be awesome.
there's a suggestion that my mom gave me for a shield. I'm
Mhm.
not going to say what suggestion that is.
Mhm.
I will probably send it to you on Instagram though.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Uh, but for the podcast, it's silence.
The
Silence.
the shield is silence.
No, they're the suggestion will be silent.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not
Not gonna
I'm
share it
not
with everybody.
sharing
That's okay. You
the
don't want people to
suggestion.
steal that idea, that's for sure.
I'm
That's
pretty sure
awesome.
somebody has had something similar to it though.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I mean, there's so many things within games that are borrowed from other games, like ideas and things. Like it's hard to really do something entirely original. There's so many things that have been done and redone and overdone, and it's like,
Yeah, see
you know,
that's what I'm
it's
afraid of.
just
Like I feel like I'm like copying other games and just like jamming it all into one. I'm like,
yeah.
is this gonna be considered as plagiarism or not? I'm like,
No, but if
no.
you do it in a way that it's like, oh, that's a nod to that game, but it's not like 100% like, oh, that is that thing from that game. Like then you make it in your own unique way, but people can recognize it and be like, "Oh, I see what she did there. That's interesting." Then I think it
So
becomes a totally different thing.
there's this shield that has
Mhm.
an egg on it,
Okay.
and it's based off of a game, a retro game, and uh, which is also the suggestion that mom had.
Mhm.
So that's basically like I don't know if that's gonna be your starting shield or like maybe a shield you get later on in the game.
Right.
I thought of it as a starting shield at first, but then just now pretty much I realized that if you have that shield, then you're kind of what's the point of going back for
Okay.
secret?
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Yeah, but I
um,
think I think some people go and like traverse different areas just to find secrets too, like so I think people will go
yeah.
back, a really unique way to like make somebody go back to an area that they've been before, even though they think they've unlocked everything, is like, have you ever heard the term like Metroidvania?
It sounds very familiar.
So, like with Metroid is where the term Metroid and Castlevania is where the term comes from. It's essentially like you're going through all these levels, but you have to sort of backtrack to these other areas that you've already been to because you don't have an ability to get through that area yet. So, like, there may be a wall that's like red, and you need this red power up in order to get through that wall so you can traverse into this other area that was in this old area that you were in previously. So it gives you a reason to go back to old areas again because you're like, oh, at some point I'm going to find some ability that's going to allow me to get through this gate. That's going to open up a whole nother area within this old area that I've been.
I don't want to put like so many secrets in though to where like the player thinks that they found them all.
Mm-hmm.
So they never just like never go back and check like say I put too many Easter eggs in the game and like everybody
Mm-hmm.
gets them spot on. Like I want to make it like unique and different, like kind of hard to
Yeah.
guess like
Oh,
other
yeah.
games do.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some secrets that you will need certain weapons and shields for. Definitely shields. Um, Weapons aren't that important in the game. It really depends on what you want to play, first of
Mm-hmm.
all. So, like, if you wanted to play with friends first, then you would do the tutorial for that instead of the classic gameplay.
Yeah.
I actually have a menu design for if you choose the sword, which is all I have right now.
Okay.
And so, like, I imagine like a little animation for this to like drop down and swing a little bit, and then
Ooh.
like letters like get nailed on top, and like it's all colorful and pastel and retro.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And so, there's a new game, continue in settings, and then it makes you choose your weapon. So let's say you chose the sword, and then
Mm-hmm.
again, like the title doesn't you can't even see that, but there's a title. You can't see it,
It's hard
but
to see.
the
Yeah.
the title is there. I didn't even say what the title was, did I?
No, you did not.
It's called Adventurous Dinos, and that's
Adventurous
probably what
Dinos.
I'm gonna be sticking with because I can't think of anything else.
I like it. I think it's cool, and I think it'll, if you decide to change it, it'll come to you at some point, and you'll be like, "Ha, Eureka! That's what I wanted it to be all along," and I didn't realize it until just now.
I think I might be sticking with this title for a while though, just
Yeah.
because well, one, I can't really think of any other title,
Mhm.
and two, there's no game that's called Adventurous Dinos.
What about Retro Dinos?
Retro Dinos might be a good idea, but it's kind of pastel-y and retro color palette, so that's
Or you
kind
can
of why I
call
didn't
it
want to do that.
Retro Dino Rampage.
Retro Dino Rampage, no. That'd be too similar.
Oh, but it's a nod to that game. I don't know. It'll come again. It'll come to you at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I might just stick with my title that I have right now.
You do what you feel is right. I trust
Yeah.
your instinct.
So again, the title will come down and it'll say new game, continue or settings in
Mhm.
case you want to change anything.
I like it.
And then you have a loading screen, and at the bottom it shows a tip. And then like it'll start. Well, I guess this would be for kind of the paint gun one, since there's a meteor coming down to the earth.
Nice.
Anyways, it'll tell you like, welcome. This is the world. This is like this is how you play. This is the storyline. This is what you get to do, and stuff.
Mhm.
It'll give you like information about the game and what you need to do, and what the storyline is, like a basic starting point, like usual games have.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
But I want to throw a bit of a hint in there.
Do it.
I don't know what it is yet, but it will come to me someday.
All right. Well, you can figure it out. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Yay!
All right, cool. Well, I think we'll probably wrap up there then. If you guys are interested, we have our retribution/corrections. We're counting on you guys to help us build this podcast into something really great and worth your listen. So if we happen to get anything wrong or mischaracterize things, which we can do from time to time because we are human, this is your opportunity to help us support us. I can't talk. Words are hard.
Yay, Keith, go!
Yay,
Keith.
words!
Yay!
This is your opportunity to help support
This
us.
is your vocabulary.
This is my vocabulary. Cool, crazy, that's whack, and how y'all doing? This is your opportunity to help support us so that we can set the record straight in future episodes. We're counting on you guys to hold our feet to the fire, so just don't burn us too badly. If you're watching the video version, then you'll find the links for our social media down below. Mine is here. B's is over on the other side for her and her mom for Sector 7 Item Shop. Which I didn't mention. Sector 7 Item Shop. Leslie Morales. I cannot talk today.
You cannot speak.
I'm losing it. It's all falling apart. I've been doing it too long now. So Leslie does really awesome like video game art. Some of it is like Final Fantasy inspired, but she does a lot of other custom video game art and stuff too. You can find her on Instagram at Sector 7 Item Shop, Facebook at Sector 7 Item Shop, and I believe on the Instagram there's a link tree. And then she's also part of New Game Plus Network, which again you can find us on Instagram at New Game Plus Network and the Discord for the server there. So please find us, come hang out with us, talk to us on Discord, play games with us, make new friends, whatever, man. It's just a cool place to let loose and meet new people and, vent about your day if you really want to, if you want to do that too. So, yeah. Well, that is all the time that we have for today's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed what you heard. We truly appreciate you tuning in for another episode of Digital Denizens. You have no idea how much it truly means to us that we're able to do the podcast, that B is able to balance that book on top of her head. But you guys listen, write in, and as I always say, hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you hear, and keep your ear to the ground for more to come very soon. and I can't talk. And thank you, B, for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It was awesome
Thank you
talking
for
about
having
your video game ideas and stuff like that.
I feel like I went on like a tangent. Like I feel like I just said this is how you do this, and like I get so excited to where I say a lot.
No, but it's cool. I mean, it was a very cool video game pitch, and you have to like kind of go into the details to understand what this game is about and what you're planning on, like what you're creating in your head. It's a very creative process. So, very good job. You did wonderful, my young Padawan. I am proud of you.
Thank you, good sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Can I have another, sir? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Again, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.